morning, happy Thursday, and welcome back to my channel. It's my last official day of school today here in Scotland, which just feels like crazy to say out loud. Like, this journey has just flown by. It is my last day, but I actually technically have like another week and a half here to hang out, go on adventures, pack up my dorms, finish the last of my exams. So this video should still be pretty exciting. I actually just got out of my first exam this morning. It went really well. It was just my like open book, open note. So yeah, it went well. And I actually have a lot of time to kill before the next exam that I have later today. So I'm actually gonna go to the weaving workshop and clean up my whole loom space, which doesn't sound like it would be that interesting, but I actually have a fun little project in mind that kind of ties in my whole like loom cleaning situation. Let me explain. Okay, so you know how if you've been tagging along in my videos, you've seen that I did a lot of things this semester that involved dyes, and I mixed up a whole bunch of acid dyes and was doing like warp and weft painting. Well, all of those dyes are just like sitting under my loom in little cups, and we're expected to have our spaces cleaned by the end of this week, and that would pretty much just mean like taking all those little cups of dye and just pouring them down the drain or like in the dye trash or whatever, which it's kind of a bummer. Like, I worked hard on those and I really like all the colors, and it would be a shame to just like let it all go to waste. Plus I'm very sentimental and sappy, so I thought okay, can I use the dyes for something? Like one last little project just for myself. I ended up going to Galashiels, like local yarn store, and they had just sitting there on the rack 2 skeins of beautiful white yarn. It's thick, it's chunky, it's UK local, so I snagged them both, and yeah, let's go dye them.
First, I had to take care of the mess that was around my loom. I just had lots of yarn cones, scraps, lag chains, pegs, and my warp leftovers to tidy up. After doing that, I said goodbye to my beautiful loom, and then I headed downstairs to the screen printing studio. To color these yarns, I thought that it might be fun to splatter them with all of my dye colors. I used this technique in a few of the samples from my weaving collection, and I really liked the outcome, and it kind of felt like a fun way to add yet another layer of sentimentality to this whole project. Test number 2. We got this. After my final exam for the semester was done, I collected my dried skeins from the studio, and then I treated myself to some hot tea, some chocolate marzipan, and a relaxing video game.
Good morning, happy Saturday. It is very early in the morning, so much so that it looks like nighttime for sure. And I'm heading on an adventure that I'm really excited about. So I haven't actually told you where it is that I'm going today. Earlier on in this whole Scotland study abroad adventure, I had the wonderful opportunity to go visit the Scottish Yarn Festival, and I had just the most amazing time. I made a whole video about it if you want to check it out. And one of the things that made that whole experience so special was that I made so many friends. I met just like the absolute most wonderful group of people and had such a wonderful time getting to know them. So anyway, yesterday, Eva, the director of the entire festival, reached out to me and was like, hey, we're having a Christmas party. Do you want to join? And of course, I was like, yes! So I'm here in a city that I can't really pronounce. I'm going to put the name right here. And I'm more specifically at MacWheely, which is right there. Celia MacWheely is owned by Katie. I'll put her Instagram right here so you can go check it out. She's one of the many people that I got to meet during the yarn festival weekend, and Celia MacWheely is where she sells her handmade yarns, her hand-carded bats. They sell looms, they sell fiber processing equipment, they sell fiber. It's just like a beautiful space that I've been really wanting to visit, so this is where the party's taking place, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.
This party was so much fun. We had lots of treats, wine, and hot chocolate, and we hung out together in this super cozy space feeling all the holiday joy.
Wish I was at home for Christmas.
This was my knitting project for the day. On the long train ride here, I taught myself brioche knitting, and I started this simple cowl with yarn leftovers from my past shawl project. And of course, I had to grab some goodies to bring home with me. I got some gorgeous hand-dyed fiber and 2 skeins of Scottish Yarn Festival yarn, which is Eva's brand.
Good morning, happy Sunday. I ended up staying at this beautiful little hotel right nearby Celia MacWheely. So today I woke up in the area and I'm excited to go adventuring. I've actually been really wanting to check out the Sterling Castle for a while and couldn't really figure out how to end up in this area to justify it because it's kind of far from Galashiels, but it's not super far from where I'm at right now. So today is going to be all about visiting a big, beautiful historical castle. Also, I finished my cowl. This is one of the quickest projects I've made in a very long time. I think it helps that it's really chunky yarn and it went by pretty fast, and I also had literally a whole day of knitting yesterday, so yeah, finished project. So yeah, let's go on a really fun castle adventure today. Well, I just missed the train by only a couple minutes and the next one isn't coming for about an hour, so I might just spin some of the wool that I bought yesterday. So this is the beautiful Jalgan drop spindle that I got earlier on this semester at the Yarn Festival, and it's in a traditional Scottish style. I've been playing around with it a little bit in my dorm. I haven't really filmed much of that exploration just because it's been very I had it on my shelf and I would just pick it up, spin a little bit, put it back. I made a tiny little bit of yarn with some rolags that I made at Burkhill, which you may have seen in a past video. I'll put some clips of that here. So then yesterday at Celia MacWheely, I purchased this beautiful braid of fiber, kind of with the intention of finally having a dedicated project for this spindle. That was way faster than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, anyway, so I purchased this beautiful 100% Rambouillet hand-dyed top for spinning or felting from Celia MacWheely yesterday, and these colors just made me happy. It's a lot of colors that have been bringing me joy lately, like this chartreuse green and this royal blue, and pink, always a favorite. Let's do it.
touring the main parts of the castle, I was super surprised to find a tapestry exhibition at the castle, which was all about Scotland's intense research into the reproduction of the famous unicorn tapestries. In the archives of James V, who had lived in Stirling Castle, it is notated that the castle once held a series of tapestries depicting the history of the unicorn. But those tapestries have since been lost to time, so to learn more about how the tapestries might have been made, Scottish historians looked to the famous unicorn tapestries, which were made in Paris and the Netherlands during the same time period. And then they spent 14 years reweaving the tapestries at half the warps per centimeter for educational and heritage purposes. And of course, because I can't help myself, I had to grab a couple souvenirs, including this mini unicorn tapestry and a sewing pincushion.
Okay, this might sound really stupid, but I actually had absolutely no idea that there would be like any mention of fiber or tapestries or looms or anything. Nonetheless, the unicorn tapestries, which are exhibited in New York, and I've been wanting to see them in person for so long, so this is like a huge treat and the most pleasant surprise. Anyway, it is dumping rain. I've pretty much wandered around the castle and seen everything that I want to see, so I'm gonna slowly head back to Galashiels. That journey's gonna take me about 3 hours, I think is what the map's telling me, and of course, I'm just gonna spin yarn the whole time. So yeah, I will see you next time anything interesting happens. Hello, happy Wednesday. I'm currently like speed walking to the train station right next to the beautiful river. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm heading back to Edinburgh for some more adventuring. I'm trying to get in all the last little bits of tourism before I officially leave Scotland for good. And one of the things on my list is the Dovecot Museum. That museum is pretty much just all about textiles, and I've been wanting to go for a really long time, but just haven't been able to fit it in. So today's the day. Let's do it.
It was really amazing to come see this world-famous tapestry weaving studio in person. The huge scale of the looms and all the colorful yarns were just so inspiring. And after visiting the studio, we spent the rest of the evening exploring Edinburgh in all of its early winter beauty.
Hello, happy Thursday. I haven't really been vlogging much this last day just because it's been a packing extravaganza here in my dorm. Up until like literally an hour ago, my whole dorm looked like completely chaotic, like a tornado had just completely run through the whole place, and I've just been like slowly making sense of all the mess. And for my last night, I actually get to go do something pretty fun because the fourth years are hosting a winter ball. This whole event is pretty much intended to help them raise funds for a trip down to London so they can exhibit their work. So they're selling tickets to this like winter ball party tonight with like drinks and dancing and music, and I'm really happy that I get to stay here and be a part of it. It kind of feels like a little last hurrah for my time in Gala. So yeah, I'm all cute. Got a cute outfit on. Let me show you what I'm wearing. Before I show you that, this is my pile of suitcases and packing, which is super exciting. But anyway, I got a cute little teal velvet dress at Asda, believe it or not. I went through every single charity shop in Galashiels trying to find something to wear for tonight's event. Could not find a single thing, but I found this in Asda. And then I have some sparkly socks and some loafers to match. And then of course it wouldn't be me dressing up for an event if I didn't have some kind of silly earrings to go with it. So yeah, let's go.
And then it was time to head back to America. I collected all of my work from the studio, and I said goodbye to the High Mill, the campus, my dorm room, the field full of rabbits, and the town of Galashiels. And I reunited with my boyfriend Ryan and our cat Frankie in New York City. This study abroad adventure was truly a dream come true. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to learn all about Scotland, its beautiful land, its rich culture, and its incredible textile history. And I'm gonna miss it all so much, especially all the wonderful friends that I made along the way. I'm so thankful for all of the people who made Scotland feel like a home. And also thank you, my wonderful YouTube family, for tagging along on this crazy journey with me. If you want to stick around and see some more of my adventures, I have a whole semester's worth of videos from my last semester at FIT coming up next, and in that series I create my final thesis collection, so it's pretty fun. Thank you again, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!